give our listeners an idea of what the executive order from the governor is regarding evictions, please?
So the executive order actually prevented the clerk's office from intaking certain eviction filings as it relates to people who don't have the ability to pay. It's not across the board. It is not a prohibition or a moratorium on those evictions that are in the pipeline. Remember, it takes a long time for the eviction process. So those people that are now subject to what is the final act, which is called a writ of possession, that's the final order that's issued by the judge where the person is actually removed from the property. A lot of those have been in play and have been in the legal process for maybe 6-7 months. So that's not related to COVID. So right now is the only way that would not proceed is if the judge who issued that writ of possession decided to stay the writ of possession. I have no authority over that. Once the court issues the order and the court issues the writ of possession, then we have to serve it. There have been some judges that have stayed writs of possession and some have not. It gets into some very sensitive areas, and some of it is controversial to a degree because it affects property owners' rights. And while everybody wants to be sensitive to and cognizant of the renters, is that sometimes there's more at play other than somebody lost their job and inability to pay. Some people aren't doing the right thing by the landlord, and some people are causing problems, and there's other issues there. So I think that's why the governor's order was limited, but it was billed as this huge, as you noted at first, some big, huge moratorium on evictions where evictions can't move forward. That's simply not the case. It's pretty narrow, and it really affects those today forward or from the time it was entered forward and their inability to pay.
I think that answered my question then about evictions. Let's talk now about the beaches. When Pinellas County reopened its beaches, you said that your deputies would be out there and trying to make sure that people are social distancing. How has that gone so far?
Well, so the beaches reopened on May 4th after being shut down for an extended period of time. It's gone very well. We certainly appreciate the public's cooperation as we've asked them to help us to help them. And what that means is that as they go to the beaches, abide by the order. The order is the beaches are not open business as usual. People have to stay in groups of less than 10. They have to stay 6 feet apart. There are capacity limits. There are density limits in order to comply. And so we have deputies out there from north part of the county in Fred Howard Park all the way to the south end in Fort DeSoto, and staffing all the beach access points and the parking lots and Gulf Boulevard and the ingress and egress routes and making sure that people spread out. And so far, it's gone very well. This weekend, we anticipate will be a little bit of a challenge for everybody because it is Memorial Day weekend. And at least for most of the days, it's going to be nice weather. A lot of people will be out there, but they can't just come and do what they usually do, which is just come and everybody crams in and the beaches are pretty packed. We can't allow that to happen because the order says that they have to be limited and they have to be spaced out. So I envision we're going to end up having to close down some sections of beach as we have over the last couple of weekends. But we got the personnel there to do it. Our goal is to help people have a good time and redirect them to open area where we can. We put up a dashboard that people can go to see what's open and what's closed. So if they're sitting at home and they're thinking about going to the beach, they can go to our website at the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office. They can click onto the dashboard, and for each beach and each access point, it'll have green, red, or yellow, and that'll tell you whether it's open or not. Since we've had it up over the last couple of weekends, we've had over 200,000 hits on that page. So people are using it, which is fantastic. And we want to, again, help people get to the beach, but get to those places where there are openings.
Sheriff Gualtieri, thanks so much for coming on WMNF today. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Yep.